Get caught with the foul. Called for the foul. Personal foul number 1. Personal foul number 2. Personal foul number 3. Personal foul number 4. He commits his first. He commits his second. He commits his third. He commits his fourth. That's his first personal. That's his second personal. That's his third personal. That's his fourth personal. Commits the foul, his first. Is whistled for the foul, his second personal. Gets called for the foul and picks up his third. Is called for the foul and that'll be his fourth. That's team foul number 1 on. That's team foul number 2 on. That's team foul number 3 on. That's team foul number 4 on. That's team foul number 5 on. Team foul number 1 picked up by. Team foul number 2 picked up by. Team foul number 3 picked up by. Team foul number 4 picked up by. Team foul number 5 picked up by. 1 team foul on. 2 team fouls on. 3 team fouls on. 4 team fouls on. 5 team fouls on. The defensive foul committed by. Called for the defensive foul. The reach-in committed by. Got caught reaching in. Is called for the reach-in. Reach-in. Called for the reach-in, it's his first personal. Is called for reaching in, that's 2 personals on him. Reaches in and commits his third. On the reach-in, commits his fourth. Goes for the steal and is called for the reach-in, that's 3. Draws the foul on the defender. Is able to draw the foul. Made a nice move to draw that foul. Made a nice move to draw that foul. Did a nice job of drawing that foul. Commits the offensive foul. Is whistled for the offensive foul. Is called for the offensive foul. Is charged with the offensive foul. The offensive foul committed by. Charged with the offensive foul, his first personal. Is charged with the offensive and that'll be his second personal. Is called for the offensive foul and that'll be 3 on. Is whistled for the offensive foul and he now has 4. Is called for the charging foul. Is charged with the charging foul. Commits the charging foul. Is whistled for the charging foul. Is called for the charging foul and that'll be his first. Called for the charging foul and that will be number 2 on him. Commits the charging foul and that's his third personal. is charged with the charging foul and he picks up his fourth. Commits the intentional foul. The intentional foul committed by is called for the intentional foul. Commits his first and is called for the intentional. Gives the intentional and is called for his second personal. Intentional and uses his third personal. Commits the intentional and that's his fourth. The defender may want to allow more space. That was a smart play by. He drew the foul. That was a nice play by. The defender tried to slow him down but ended up with the foul. That was a strong offensive play by. Is moving well on offense. He's not easy to defend. He recognized that he'd been able to draw the foul. Is not an easy player to defend. He did a nice job of drawing the foul from his defender. Was moving the ball on offense and drew the foul. The defender may want to back off and allow more space. Did a nice job of drawing the foul. He can be a very difficult player to defend. He's moving well off the dribble and drew the foul. The defense needs to make some adjustments if they want to contain him. He could be very difficult to guard. Another nice play by. He was on the move off the dribble and drew the foul. That was a nice play by. Did a very nice job of drawing the foul from the defensive player. The defender may want to give him the shot and play him for the drive. Boots a nice job drawing the foul by. The defense had trouble with him. That was a nice move offensively by. Did a good job of moving on offense and drew the foul. He's tough to contain. The defensive player will have to move his feet a lot quicker to avoid getting called for the foul. Recognized that he had to step it on his defender and drew the foul. That was a good effort to draw the foul by. Personal foul number 4. He commits his fourth. That's his fourth personal. Called for his fourth on the foul. Commits the offensive foul and is hit with his fourth. Is whistled for the charge and that'll be his fourth personal. Is whistled for the charging foul and that is number 4 on him. On the intentional foul and that's 4. Is caught for reaching in and that is number 4. Needs to be careful here as he's close to fouling out of this game. Look for the opposing team to go after him aggressively now, forcing the refs to make the call on him. Is very close to fouling out of this game. The other team is going to be going at him on the offensive end. Picks up another foul. He is very close to fouling out. He'll need to play some smart defense to avoid picking up another one. Is now close to the limit. If he's not careful, he's going to foul out of this game. But I hate to say this, but he is now close to the foul limit. You're right, Dora. he can't afford to pick up another foul because if he's not careful, he is going to foul out of this game. Needs to be careful. He is very close to fouling out. Picks up another foul. He'll have to be careful defensively to avoid fouling out of this game. Is now in serious foul trouble. He will have to make sure he doesn't pick up any unnecessary fouls the rest of the way. Is dangerously close to fouling out of this game. He will have to watch it defensively the rest of the way. He's now close to the limit. He'll need to play smart defensively. Is now in severe danger, Boots. Yeah, Dora. One more foul and he is gone. That's it. He's gone. He's done for the game. He has fouled out of this one. Called for the foul and he is done for the night. With the foul and he is finished for the night. Is done for the night. Picks up the offensive foul and he is done for the night. With the charging foul and he now has fouled out. Gives the intentional and he has fouled out. On the reach-in foul and he has fouled out of the game. That'll count and the foul. The basket's good and he'll go to the line for one more. Way too much contact on that play. It counts and the foul. With the bucket and the foul. Count the basket and the foul. He's headed to the line. The basket's good and he'll try to complete the 3-point play at the line. Nails it and he'll head to the line. Yes, and he's hit on the play and he'll go to the line for one more. It's good and he heads to the line. Drills it and he's fouled. It will count and he will go shoot a foul shot for one more. Yes, and he's headed to the line for a 3-point play opportunity. That will count and the foul. He is going to the line. Yes, and he is fouled on the play. Able to get inside and the finish. They've used their last foul. They have used up their last foul. They have no more fouls to give. They are at the limit. No more fouls to give. Used up their last foul. At the limit. Have no more fouls to give up. They are now in the bonus. Now in the bonus. They'll send him to the line. Send him to the line. They are now over the limit. Over the limit. Still in the bonus. Send them to the line again. They'll send him to the line again. Are now in the double bonus. They are now in the double bonus. Still in the double bonus. is still in the double bonus.